Thank you for allowing me to present my project. The title of my project is a descriptive analysis of factors affecting participation in golf. This is something that's very close to me, being that my first job was on a golf course, and I'm an avid participant in the sport. Therefore, I naturally want to see the game grow and flourish, and also try to create business models for courses and ways to grow their business and therefore enhance the economy and pump more money back into the economy following this recession that we're coming out of as a country. Golf has very humble beginnings for our intents and purposes. A study by Kelly Dunn states that a majority of golf historians agree that the beginnings were in 1744 over in Scotland, and the game has steadily grown since then, seeing a boom recently in the mid 80s till now. The professional game clearly has a number of solid young athletes that are there to push and flourish the professional game. However, in the public game, there's the typical participant being a middle-aged male. The median age of participants are becoming older and older. The game of golf pumping billions of dollars into the economy makes it imperative that future generations play the game in order to keep the sport growing, thriving, and flourishing, boosting the economy as well. Likewise, if a course is having many more players, participants per month, they're going to be able to hire more jobs, thus still helping out the economy. Not to mention, golf is a game you can participate well into the later years of life, whereas other physical sports, wouldn't allow you to do that. A little bit of the rationale of my project. I think it's important for a few different reasons for me to undergo this study. First, it's going to outline ways, like I said, to grow the game, introduce it to new markets. New markets and business models, they always want to grow, they always want to thrive, and introducing it to new markets is a perfect way to do that. Secondly, it'll boost local economies. The community image will be enhanced. Players can benefit by seeing numerous health benefits, and in tournaments can put money back into the community. So the money spent in golf really will come full circle, not only for participants but for local community organizations, and the health benefits as well. Let me go back to that. Is studies have been performed by leading doctors, psychologists, and it's been proven that the game of golf is a great way not only to exercise, but to keep young and just to promote healthy living. Starting into my literature review, there are 5 key components in growing the game of golf. The first major point is making the game more accessible. Courses have to look and find ways for younger generations or for new markets to incorporate into the game. The first the first program implemented that we want to talk about is the First Tee program. The First Tee program last year allowed roughly 360,000 children to be involved in the game of golf. Therefore, they were introduced to the game. They were able to see the values and responsibilities associated with the game. And most of these were, not exclusively, but mostly economically disadvantaged kids. There are 198 chapters across the country, and it obviously, provides a great platform, for a younger generation to learn etiquette and skills from kids ranging as young as 5 until as old as 18. Second way you can make the game more accessible is by a Tee It Forward initiative. This was done by the PGA of America group, and found out that doing a study by playing the right tee boxes, that 70% of players found the game more enjoyable. And this is a very recent study. Like I said, this is statistics, from 2013. The second key point in the literature review that I found was time constraints of the game. Roughly, a game of golf for a single player with no distractions or no holdups will take roughly 3 hours to play. And obviously, that's a lot of free time to be able to play, especially during the week. So courses need to find different ways in order to cut down on the type, you know, the total length of games, or find ways to promote, say 9 holes of golf, or a driving range, excuse me, to incorporate more games into it, obviously to keep attendance up, participation up as well. The Tee It Forward program also definitely comes into play at the time constraint bullet point, because the Tee It Forward is saying, play at your right tee boxes. If you have, say, a beginning player who's trying to play from a professional tee box, they're not going to find the game as enjoyable. They're going to be, looking for their ball. They're not going to probably be able to hit it as far as they should. Landing areas are going to be adjusted. And this is going to make, for a lackluster experience in the game. This is not going to allow, a new player to thrive and fully experience the game of golf the way they should. They're going to be looking for their ball, or they're going to be really frustrated because, they can't do it correctly. So the Tee It Forward initiative state, if you can speed up the game, it's going to be more enjoyable for everyone. Even if you're a good golfer, you can find ways to still make it more enjoyable. And everybody wants to shoot for a low round, so Teeing It Forward is a great initiative by the PGA of America. Excuse me. Lastly, there's costs of the game. The Tierra Rihada golf course found a great way to incorporate children into the game at a low cost. What this course does is they allow students to work alongside the golf members, the golf professionals, in exchange, for basically free admission to the course. They would go around and help with daily operations of the course, setting it up, maintenance, as well as a customer service aspect, getting tee time set up, and in learning how the golf course operates. Then in return, it's a learning experience for them, and it introduces them to the game. So it's a great way, an inexpensive way, to get help around the course, as well as introduce some young people to the game.